Hi, I'm Bob Helsel from the IVI Foundation. Welcome to the IVI Getting Started Guide videos. Our purpose is to provide you with an easy tutorial on using IVI drivers in the development environment of your choice. After a brief introduction, a technical expert will show you how to use drivers with your ADE. First, I'd like to go over a few key benefits in using IVI drivers. They will save you time in your program development. Number one is interchangeability. IVI drivers enable the exchange of instruments in your system with minimal code changes, reducing time and effort. Two, ease of use. You can use your favorite ADE such as Visual Basic, Visual C++, LabVIEW, LabWindows, MATLAB, or VEE. The standard APIs provide fast, intuitive access to functions. Three is quality. You'll have common commands and desirable options. The Foundation's rigorous testing ensures driver quality. Four is simulation. Simulation allows code development and testing even when an instrument is unavailable. We'll be taking advantage of the IVI simulation feature as not all viewers will have this hardware available. Fifth is performance and reliability. Examples of these are capabilities such as range checking and state caching. These are some of the key features of IVI drivers that will cut your program development time. In order to follow along with this tutorial, you'll first need to download and install an IVI driver. There are two ways to do that. You can go to the driver registry page on the IVI website, or you can go to the instrument vendor's website. Find the 34401A driver, download and install it before taking the tutorial. Now let's go to the product expert for your ADE.
Hello, and welcome to the IVI Getting Started with Agilent VEE Pro tutorial. My name is Deborah Homan from Agilent Technologies. Agilent VEE is a visual engineering environment that allows you to program by creating intuitive block diagrams for a quick and easy path to measurement analysis. This tutorial will demonstrate just how easy it is to use IVI drivers in the VEE environment. In order to follow along with this demonstration, the minimum software required is listed here. For assistance finding and installing the software, please refer to the IVI Getting Started guides on the resources page of the IVI Foundation website. I've already downloaded all the necessary software, so let's begin the tutorial. The first thing I'll do is launch Agilent VEE Pro. As it starts up, you can see a number of available options, including example programs. I'll close this and proceed. You can come back to this window at another time if you need more information. I've already installed the IVI driver for the Agilent 34401, and Agilent's VEE Pro Instrument Manager can automatically find it. I'll select Add Instruments. If I had actual hardware, I would have selected the Find Instruments that you saw earlier. One of the strengths and benefits of IVI drivers is the ability to work in simulation mode, which I'm doing here. So I can do all the things to set up my instrument, calling it my DMM. It's a GPIB interface, adding my visa address. I'll select the Advanced button, which brings up some more options. And because I'm using an IVI driver, I'll select the IVI-COM driver. The specific driver has already been downloaded, the AG34401. You can see the visa address is there, and right there is also a link to additional drivers if there were other drivers I might need to add for this program. For the purposes of this program, though, we're only working with the Agilent 34401. The next thing I'll do is create the IVI-COM driver object. After my selection, I can pull this into the workspace and select adding an operation. So now I'm going to set up what I need for my driver to actually use this driver in simulation mode. The first thing I'll be doing is creating an instance of the driver. When I select that, you can see that the code for the operation appears along with an explanation of its function in each of these windows. I select OK. Next, I'm going to initialize the instrument. Again, the code for the operation appears. I have some options now I can change. There's the visa address that I entered previously. Again, because this is in simulation mode, I will change this to false in the ID query, true in the reset field, and I will also add simulate equals true in the options string field, showing this is the use of a driver in simulation mode No hardware is required. I'll click OK to continue, and again, you can see the code in the window. The next thing I'll want to do now that I've got the driver set up is actually configure the instrument and start setting it up to make the measurements I want to make for this exercise. Under the DC voltage, I want to select Configure and click OK. The Edit Configure dialog box appears. I'll set the range to 1.5 volts, resolution of a millivolt. Enter that into the correct fields, click OK. And again, you can see the code for the operation. And then it's added to my list of commands. Rather than go through all of the rest of the measurement setup that I'd want to do, I have a program that I've already written that I'll just bring in. You can see what the code looks like here. Again, one of the more important things to do at the end of using a driver is to close the driver, so I've got that added. I've also added an output box so I can view the output from the simulation example. Now I can start the program. I'll actually run it here, and the IVI driver implementation outputs a 0, which is what I see, so everything seems to be correct. It's very easy for me now to add my hardware to this example and use it later. This concludes the IVI Getting Started Guide for Agilent VEE Pro. I hope you've been able to see how easy it is to bring IVI drivers into the Agilent VEE Pro environment. For more information about Agilent VEE, please go to www.agilent.com/find/VEE. For additional information, including videos, tutorials, and more documentation, you can go to the IVI Foundation website at www.ivifoundation.org. Thank you.